question is, why does art matter? And I guess my response to that question would be, why doesn't art matter enough for it to take a more central role in our lives, in our society? I think it's essential. I think it's an antidote to some of the problems in our world right now, especially surrounding the internet and how that's affecting us. It's actually been shown that it's causing dopamine addiction, and that it is actually changing the chemistry of our brains, so that we're never satisfied. It's the next click, and we're getting another shot of this dopamine. But the problem is that it actually doesn't satisfy us. And it doesn't satisfy us because it's all about us. Every swipe you make with your phone, every click that you touch is being calculated by an algorithm that gives you exactly what you want to see, what you want to hear. It's all about you. There's no challenge to that. It's easy. And we actually, I think, as human beings need to be challenged, need to grow, need to learn. Or we become, I don't know, I think it keeps us from becoming our most authentic selves, because we need things to challenge us to do that. So I think for me, art is like going to another country and speaking to someone from a different culture. It challenges me, it enriches me. It allows me to connect with something that I don't know very well at all. It might be hard. I might have to stay with it longer. I might have to think about it in a different way. I might have to adjust my perspective. Our world doesn't really require that of us so much anymore, and we just kind of get stuck in our own way of being and thinking. So I'm just trying to think about the last piece of art that really, really moved me. It was a film, and it was projected on a wall at the Toledo Museum of Art, and it was huge. It was a whole wall. And it was a photographer who took a 5-minute video with a really high resolution camera of a New York City street scene. And my husband and I were standing there. It had just been slowed down. So all of these gestures of the people became so profound, like a Michelangelo painting, where all the things that they're doing, these normal days, like picking up a newspaper, or someone will occasionally actually look directly in the camera. And it kind of slowed down so much that you really connect with them. Or a pigeon flies, but the slow motion of it makes it this sort of miraculous event out of this daily life. And I think it moved me so much because it is about this slowing down. Robert Hughes, the art critic, said, art requires of us the long look, for us to be in it, to interact with it, to let it change us, to let us have an influence on it. And I think it's an experience like going out into nature. It takes us outside of ourselves. The world is so much focused right now on the idea that we're constantly on display. It actually just gives us a much needed break from ourselves. I mean, we get sort of sick of ourselves, and going and spending time with art, that really does that for me.